Me llamo Kenneth Ramos, soy de San Pedro Sula, Honduras y tengo 15 años.
My name's Andrea Ochoa. I'm 16 and I was born in Ameca, Jalisco.
I'm Brian Pena, I'm 18 and I'm from Guatemala.
These are young people who study in our schools, they play in our neighborhoods, they're friends with our kids, they pledge allegiance to our flag. They are Americans in their heart, in their minds, in every single way but one, on paper.
¿Recuerdas haber emigrado a los Estados Unidos?
Sí, recuerdo. Venía con mi hermana y mi mamá. Venía en autobuses, camiones y carros.
I was 3 when I first came here, and all I remember is my mom telling me that I passed through airplane and I passed as someone else, so I didn't pass as myself.
I came here when I was 7. I came here with my mom, my sister, and my aunt. First, we got on planes to go to Mexico, and then we stayed in hotels for about 4 weeks. I'm not sure how long it was. And it was this whole process of taking us one place to another until we crossed the river, and from there we went through Texas and we came here.
¿Cuál era la meta principal de tus padres en traerte aquí?
Cumplir un sueño más que todo, tener buen estudio para mí, buena vida y más que todo, alejarme de las pandillas.
I feel like their goal was to prosper the American dream. I guess that was the main thing, and for me to receive a proper education.
They wanted me to be successful because we always hear stories about how everybody has the American dream, and with enough hard work and education you could become somebody in this country.
Desde que llegaste y desde ahorita, ¿has sufrido o has tenido más dificultades?
Sufrir no he sufrido nada porque mis papás me han dado todo lo que necesito.
¿Y en la escuela?
En la escuela he tenido dificultades porque el inglés me ha afectado un poco y tengo que echarle más ganas.
I can't say that it's been easy, but I can't say that it's been extremely hard. Sophomore year, we applied for an art scholarship. It's called the Doodle for Google, and so you draw. They give you a theme to draw, and you draw it, and you submit your designing for a scholarship. And I wasn't able to physically turn mine in for the scholarship because I'm undocumented.
It's always been hard because I don't get the same opportunities as everybody else. There's just like the financial aid with FAFSA. I haven't gotten any money, and there's also Medicare. Just about everything that seems normal to everybody else is complicated for me.
My name is Roy Garay. The institution I work for is Los Angeles Leadership Academy, and my job position is instructional aid, primarily working with EL students.
Do you believe that your support helps these students?
I believe so. I think even a lot of kids, sometimes they come to the country for the first time, they believe they won't have no help, and just having someone there looking over them, guiding them, letting them know what the question says or what small thing they might not understand goes a long way towards them feeling more comfortable and confident, and actually being able to succeed in high school.
What is your initial goal for these students?
my initial goal for them is to continue to improve with their English speaking and just being confident that they could be here and belong here with everybody else. That's a big problem they have and tell me constantly, is that they feel like they don't fit in and can't belong here because they assume that just because they don't speak English, they're behind or they can't understand what's going on with education or just even all with social stuff in society.
¿Has aprendido el inglés?
La mayoría y la minoría porque puedo algo y a veces que me enredo. Necesito saber cómo hablar inglés a la causa de que todo el mundo en este país necesita hablar inglés para poder trabajar y muchas causas más.
¿Tus compañeros nunca te dieron dificultades porque nomás sabías un lenguaje?
Sí, porque se burlaban de mí.
¿Y cómo te sentías?
Me sentía mal porque ellos me trataban de hacer bullying al causarme hacer llorar solo porque no entendía lo que me decían o malas palabras que me decían.
I'm really proud of what I do. I remember I myself as a kid was an EL student. I came from Mexico, so I was undocumented. And when I was a kid, it was just a teacher and a class of 30 kids, and it was really difficult. Not knowing English, having to handle and having to catch up to twice the speed that any other kid had to do, along with the teacher having to struggle. So the fact that we could supply these students with extra help as a person that could one-on-one facilitate the material they are receiving, I think it means a lot to the students. And as me, myself, I feel like I'm giving back. That's the reason I chose education. That's the reason I went to college and became what I became, in order to come back and provide the help that I once wanted and couldn't have, and giving it out to the kids makes me really proud of myself and what I do.
How do you feel having to strive harder in order to succeed and obtain these opportunities?
I feel that it makes me a little bit stronger because there are the struggles that a lot of people don't have to go through, but I do. Every struggle brings knowledge to me, and it makes me a better person.
Do you feel like this affects your education?
It does, because this past semester I've had to step out of class a lot and miss a lot of days so I could get paperwork straight and to turn in paperwork, and that has stopped my education for a while. So I'm doing not the best in classes right now.
I think that it's mentally and emotionally challenging.
Do you believe that affects your education?
It does. It applies on top of like the stress of meeting deadlines for assignments. You worry about like if you're gonna like get deported the next day, or you start thinking of what happens when you do get deported, and then you start thinking like your family's gonna be apart, you guys are gonna be separate, and like it's gonna be hard for you guys.
You've done everything right your entire life. Studied hard, worked hard, maybe even graduated at the top of your class, only to suddenly face the threat of deportation to a country that you know nothing about, with a language that you may not even speak. That's what gave rise to the DREAM Act. It says that if your parents brought you here as a child, you've been here for 5 years, and you're willing to go to college or serve in our military, you can one day earn your citizenship.
What is your opinion on the DREAM Act?
My opinion to it is it's a good step forward. There's finally something that kids that are undocumented could look forward to. Like I was saying, some of these kids, like myself, you come at a young age, you don't know what's going on with the world, you don't know that you're here illegally and you can't do anything about it. You start hanging out with friends, and before it'd be like I get to high school, I come 18 and I can't go to college even though I'm probably the top of my class. But now with the DREAM Act, it's possible for me to go to college, possible for me to be striving and and give something back to the country that obviously has given me the opportunity to like be here, even though it was legal. So I think it's a really good step forward. I hope we improve from that. We could guide somewhere to that. But at least now there's nothing holding you back. There's a chance. There's a chance. Before you couldn't have a chance and you had to fight for it. But now there's an opportunity, there's a chance for you to take as being undocumented, and I think it's a really good step forward for the students.
Pues yo creo que es muy bueno eso porque te dan la oportunidad a un mejor estudio y como para obtener mejores trabajos o cualquier cosa.
It has helped me a lot. With the DREAM Act, I got Medicare for the last year, and I was able to apply for the DREAM Act, but still I haven't gotten any money, and that's very slow right now. But it has helped me, and it has helped thousands of other students.
When Mexico sends its people, they're not sending their best. They're not sending you. They're not sending you. They're sending people that have lots of problems, and they're bringing those problems with us. They're bringing drugs, they're bringing crime, they're rapists, and some, I assume, are good people. But I speak to border guards, and they tell us what we're getting. And it only makes common sense. It only makes common sense. They're sending us not the right people. It's coming from more than Mexico. It's coming from all over South and Latin America. But we don't know because we have no protection and we have no competence. We don't know what's happening. And it's got to stop. And it's got to stop fast.
As of 2017, you know Donald Trump took place in office, correct?
Right.
How do you feel about the policies he wants to remove, such as DACA or the DREAM Act, and the policies that he wants to enforce?
Well, he talks about these bad hombres, and then he tries to take away something for the people who are trying to do good for themselves and their new communities. So it's very contradictory. He just wants to make us his scapegoats for a bad country, and he wants to make his own profit on his own agenda. He's not just hurting immigrants, he's hurting Muslims, he's hurting the black community.
De que no es justo lo que quiere hacer porque toda persona tiene derecho a venir a hacer una vida nueva aquí y dejar todo lo que pasó atrás.
I don't agree with what he's doing. I don't think anyone who depends on that to be here and to want to prosper, I don't think anybody agrees with that. I think that it's not fair that you come here thinking that the American dream is something that's possible and that there's opportunities for you, and then because he's the president, he thinks that he can just take that. I don't think it's fair.
What college are you going to attend, and what will you be majoring in?
I'll be majoring in nursing, and I'm going to Cal State LA. My life goal is to help people. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna do it.
Al fin del día, ¿cuál es tu meta de vida?
Quiero ser futbolista y sacar adelante a mi familia.
I want to be a therapist because I've gone through really traumatizing events in my life, and I feel like having someone to talk to really helps, and I want to be someone can go to for help.